guys, it's Vara, and today we are back with another deck tech, and this one will be about my lord and savior, Nicol Bolas. Now, the new Nicol Bolas the Ravager has been used in a lot of decks recently, and I really wanted to show off the deck that I'm building for Standard, that I'm playing. Now, this deck is mainly focused around Nicol Bolas, but it is Grixis colored, of course, because Nicol Bolas is Grixis colored. So I'm just gonna get right into it. So, of course, I am playing for Nicol Bolas the Ravager. He is 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, 1 colorless, legendary creature Elder Dragon. He comes out as a 4/4. He has flying. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card, and then, of course, the 4 colorless, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red. Exile it, then return him to the battlefield, transformed under his owner's control. Activate this ability anytime you could cast a sorcery. This is a very big cost. I don't expect you to get Nicol Bolas out early game. The Nicol Bolas in this deck is focused to mid to late game, but if you do get him out and you do get to transform him, he is super good. I mean, his flip side is amazing. So the flip side is the Arisen, +2, draw 2 cards, -3, Nicol Bolas the Arisen deals 10 damage to target creature or planeswalker, which is insane because he already comes out with 7 loyalty. -4, put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and then -12, exile all but the bottom target of player's library. This is such a good flip side. So the +2 is easy to get off. Of course, you can draw 2 cards. He already comes out with the 7 loyalty. The -3, the -4, you don't have to ultimately go for the -12 ulti ability. You could just focus on the -4 and -3, maybe get a +2 in there so he doesn't die, but you do not have to focus on just that -12. If you know that Nicol Bolas is not going to be able to stay on the field, then it's honestly perfectly fine to just go for the -4 and the -3. I mean, once you have gotten the -12 off, if you do decide to use it, you instantly win the game. So he is a super good card, mid, more likely late game, but it's still an amazing option to have in there. So I'm playing 4 Scrap Heap Scrounger and 4 Goblin Chain Whirler. So of course Scrap Heap Scrounger is a great and easy 3/2 to get off, and plus because we are playing black, since it's Grixis, you can exile another creature card from your graveyard and return Scrap Heap Scrounger from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a very easy creature to get off, it's very useful, it's a low cost, and then of course we're playing 4 Goblin Chain Whirler because Goblin Chain Whirler is amazing. The 3 red, the 3/3 with first strike, and then when he enters, it deals 1 to each opponent, each creature and planeswalker they control. This is super good. So we do have a lot more red support than the other Grixis colors in this deck because we are going to be playing Chandras, which can pump for 2 more red mana if we need it. So I felt like this was really a staple. I feel like both of these cards are really staples in this deck. So the next card we're playing 4 of is Glorybringer. Of course, this is a dragon deck, and we are playing Sarkans. This is a very amazing card. I mean, Glorybringer does rotate out soon. A lot of the cards in this do rotate out, so I will do an updated deck list probably in about a month and a half, 2 months, right before rotation. But Glorybringer right now is amazing. He's a 5 cost, 4/4 with flying and haste, and then you can exert it and it deals 4 damage to target non-dragon creature an opponent controls. This is super good against the mono-red matchup. This is super good against the mirror match. This is just a very good card in any deck that plays red, and like I said, we have a lot of red support and we have a lot of dragon support, so Glorybringer is quite a staple in this deck, I do feel. And then next we are playing 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance and 3 Fireblood. Now Chandra is a given in most decks that play red. She's amazing. You can +1 her to add 2 more mana. You can exile the top card and deal 2 damage to each opponent. You can deal 4, or you can get the emblem, which whenever you play a spell, it deals 5 damage to target creature or player. So this is just a staple in any red deck. I feel like I don't need to explain that. And then Fireblood, I have him at 3 because he's very good, but he's not amazing, but he's amazing. Let me explain. So his cost is very low, 2 red, 1 colorless. He comes out with 3 loyalty, and he is super good because we are playing a lot of dragons. So his +1 is discard a card, and if you do draw a card, his other +1 is add 2 mana in any combination of colors, and spend this mana only to cast dragon spells. This is going to be super helpful to get out Nicol Bolas and super helpful to get out Glorybringer. And then his -7 is create 4 5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying. So honestly, the way that I would use him is just +1 him on his second ability to add the 2 mana. As long as I have a dragon to use, and then eventually get off his his -7, and then create 4 of the 5/5 red dragon creature tokens with flying. When you get that -7 off, it is pretty intimidating having 4 5/5 flyers on the field. Just saying. So I feel like both of these maybe could be bumped up to 4, but I didn't find room to bump them up to 4, and I felt like 3 was a very good point. You don't want too many Chandra, you don't want too many Firebloods, but they're very good for the basis of this deck. So the next cards I'm playing are 1 Banefire and 3 Vraska's Contempt. So Banefire, with how much mana base we are running, it is an X and then a 1 red sorcery, and then Banefire deals X damage to any target, and then if X is 5 or more, the spell can't be countered and the damage can't be prevented. So I only played this at 1. I'm thinking of bumping this up to 2 even, because this is super good. We have such a high mana base. We're going to have a lot of mana on the field so that X can just go up. And this is a win condition in case they're, say, under 10 and you have that mid-game really big mana. I feel like it's really good. I don't know, I just really like it. I'm thinking of bumping it up to 2. I'm considering it, but I'm not exactly sure yet. And then I'm playing 3 Vraska's Contempt. And the reason why I'm playing 3 Contempt is because we're seeing a lot of Planeswalker played right now. We're seeing a lot of big creatures, and plus that 2 life gain is really good. So I feel like just because it can target creature or Planeswalker, it just really adds to this deck. We're seeing a lot of Karns, we're seeing a lot of Lilianas, Chandras, Firebloods, and plus Nicol Bolas. We're just seeing a lot of cards that this could get rid of. So the next cards that I'm playing are 4 Braid and 2 Unlicensed Disintegration. So Braid, of course, I'm playing this because Mardude vehicles are still in the standard. I'm seeing a lot more artifact decks being played, plus it can deal 3 to target creature. I feel like this is a very good card. It is rotating out soon, but I feel like for the time being, it's a great staple of 4 of. And then 2 Unlicensed Disintegration. This is a card that you could take out. This is a card that I've been considering taking out to put in another Banefire and maybe one other type of card. But I feel like it's really good because it's an instant, it's got 2 out of the 3 Grixis colors, and it's destroy target creature, and if you control an artifact, it deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. So that won't be getting off. But destroying the target creature is really good. You could play another Vraska's Contempt and another Banefire. That's what I've been considering, but I feel like having something to use the rest of the mana that we have and not just going monocolored with a lot of red is really useful. And then I'm playing 2 Heart of Kiran. So I'm playing 2 Heart of Kiran for not only the Unlicensed Disintegration, but we do have a lot of lower level creatures. And this is going to be easy to get off because the 2 cost. It has Flying and Vigilance, which is amazing. You can crew the 3, and then you can remove a loyalty counter from a Planeswalker you control, rather than paying the crew cost. So we are playing a lot of Planeswalkers, so I feel like Heart of Kiran is very, very good. I feel like it is just a card that has a lot of great abilities to it, and because of that Planeswalker loyalty ability, I feel like it just really adds to it. So I put this at 2. I feel like 4 might be a little bit too much, but if you try it at 4, let me know. And then the next cards are just the mana base. We're playing 3 Aether Hub, 4 Canyon Slaw, 4 Dragon Skull Summit, 3 Spirebluff Canal, and 4 Sulphur Falls. These are all basic lands. You really don't want to mess with this at all. And then you're going to play 7 mountains and 1 swamp. We're not playing a ton of blue in this. That's why I didn't do 5 mountains, 2 islands, or 1 swamp. I just want to leave it very basic. We have enough blue with the double colored lands with the Sulphur Falls and the Spire Bluff. Plus we also have the Aether Hub. So I felt like this was a very good mana base because we do want it to be higher than normal because of that triple colored base that we're running. And then that is the full deck list. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I do think that there's a couple things that could be tweaked, but I think the overall basis of it is very good. And then the sideboard is pretty generic because you can play 3 different colors. You can really play with the sideboard. But what I'm running right now is 2 Chandra's Defeat, 3 Duress, 2 Jace's Defeat, 2 Doomfall, 3 Sweltering Suns, and 3 Hour of Glory. So this is very basic, and you could play with this as much as you want. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about my Lord and Savior Nicol Bolas deck, and I'll talk to you guys again really soon. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you enjoyed and want to watch more of my content. If you want to support me in what I do here on YouTube, ways such as my Patreon are linked in the descriptions of every video I make. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys again really soon.